In the book The Beast Reawakens, written by Martin Lee, you read on page 265, on September 19, 1991, violence erupted in Hoyerswerda, a desolate eastern German factory city of 70,000. The trouble began when a gang of unemployed skinheads pelted a hostel for Asians and African guest workers with rocks, beer bottles and Molotov cocktails. As news of the assault spread through the region, the Deutsche Alternative and other ultra-right-wing groups quickly mobilized their troops. More than 100 neo-Nazis from out of town joined the rebel in Hoyerswerda as a crowd of local residents stood nearby and applauded. The mood was both jovial and mean-spirited, as right-wing extremists marched arm in arm, waving Third Reich flags and shouting "Ausländer raus!" "Foreigners out!" a chant redolent of the Third Reich refrain "Juden raus!" "Jews out!" They surrounded a dormitory where political refugees were housed, letting loose a torrent of projectiles. When some of the asylum seekers tried to escape, they were beaten mercilessly by the mob. Not until 4 days after the pogrom began did the police arrive to evacuate the asylum seekers. Having tasted blood, the Deutsche mob was not easily sated. Neo-Nazis went ballistic, stabbing immigrants on street corners, burning children to death in their homes, and beating up non-Germans in dozens of cities and towns. It was as if an ugly, prurient glee had been unleashed throughout the country. Attacks on dark-skinned foreigners were particularly brutal, resulting in several fatalities. According to official sources, there were 1,483 violent racist incidents in 1991, a tenfold increase over the combined figure for the two Germanys during the previous year. But Chancellor Kohl maintained that there was no cause for alarm. His government continually downplayed the dangers of right-wing extremism and censored those who dissented from the party line, which went as follows. Racist attacks were unorganized, spontaneous outbursts of bored and aimless individuals or small groups of drunken youth who lacked a political motivation. Bernd Wagner, the head of a police unit that monitored ultra-right-wing activity in the 5 eastern states, was dismissed from his job at the end of 1991 after he explicitly linked the wave of brutal assaults to neo-Nazi organizations. Germans having been put on the blacklist for reasons like not taking part in the German state's atrocities are similarly persecuted. This includes open torture in public for the joy of hundreds of spectators. Snitchers of the German state and supporters of the ruling CDU often promote violence to eliminate any opposition. The only difference to non-Germans being persecuted, tortured or assassinated is that a large number of Germans see this as completely normal, because they have been systematically accustomed by the German administration to the crimes committed by their state's agencies. So they almost never complain, whereas foreigners being subjected to the same violence immediately go public.